Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. We are November 8th, 2014.
Sorry, I keep making the same mistake at the end of every row.
We are on episode 85. I'd like to welcome back any returning viewers and welcome to any new viewers.
Your turn.
Did I say my name?
No. You did.
I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7.
I thought you did.
Wow.
No, she didn't.
No.
Okay.
I'm Kari, also known as Jaded Knitter, and it's snowing outside.
Yep. We're watching it and it's going almost horizontally.
Snow is a 4-letter word in my dictionary.
The whole way here she was asking for permission to swear.
To use other 4-letter words that I know. I never did get the permission.
Nope.
Harumph. Now back to our regularly scheduled knitting podcast.
Is that what we're doing here?
Yes, it is. You can find us on YouTube under Two Tangled Skeins, on Twitter also under Two Tangled Skeins, and on our website, which has all of our show notes, which is twotangledskeins.com. And come join our Ravelry. I was getting there.
I know, but I never have anything to say.
Okay, fine. You do the Ravelry group thing.
I'm just stealing a part of her spiel.
I'm okay with that.
And I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby. Crap, where am I? There. Sorry. I have short attention span. Very, very short attention span.
Look, shiny.
And we have a Ravelry group called Two Tangled Skeins, so come join our Ravelry group. Because now we need to get to 900 members.
Oh, crap. Oh.
Now with swearing? Nope.
That was not swearing.
Sorry, this is what I just noticed.
Oops.
Yeah, I lost a stitch.
Have a stitch marker if you want one.
No, I'm good. I got my little needle here.
Okay.
She's like, fine.
All
Alright.
right, because now I don't have to take it off my bag.
So, FOs. Carrie.
I guess I'll start since you're
Then
Picking up.
I has a foe!
So
Damn!
tempting.
No, it's because she's going to flap her.
See,
hand.
Amelia, I didn't poke her. Didn't stop her from, scrunching up into a little ball and turning purple, but
And flapping at Sue.
didn't poke her.
Apparently we're 5. Oh well.
And we were asked by a viewer if I should sit in the middle, and it's like,
Yes.
no.
Because we'll just do this around her.
Yeah, and then she's stuck in the middle with pointy things all around her. So what's your foe?
My
Yes,
sweater.
but what's it called? As you whap Sue in the face.
I'll be over here.
Hey, at least I didn't have needles in my hand.
This time.
Yeah. I do that. I'll pull yarn out with a needle in my hand and just go.
And Sue's like,
Yep.
Especially when it's signatures.
Yeah.
Scares me.
so what's the sweater called?
To the train of thought. This is the Shapely Boyfriend by Stephanie Appel, and it's out of Knitty 2011, I think. Deep Fall 2011.
So free.
So it's free.
Yes.
And wonderful pattern.
Free.
Yeah. Free. And oddly enough, I didn't actually have to modify it, which is really weird for me. Like, it's long enough and everything else.
Maybe you should just keep going back to her patterns.
I do. I love her patterns, so I've knit a couple of things by her. It does actually have buttons. I just don't currently own
doesn't
the
put them
buttons
on.
to put the buttons.
Yeah.
There are buttonholes, but I decided to do the
fancy shawl pin she got from Stephanie.
Yes, thank you, Stephanie. It works wonderfully. Cause it stayed on under my winter coat. Not a problem at all. The yarn is Tanis Fiber Arts.
It turned into big fat flakes. Yay. Sorry.
I'm not looking. That way I can be in denial.
It was sleety snow when we got here, but now it's turning into Christmas snow. Sorry.
It's not going to be
Anyways.
Christmas until after American Thanksgiving. They finally put the Christmas decorations up in Rito Center.
What else
So,
we got?
needles.
Needles.
Oh, yes,
It's
that
on a US 8, which is 5mm, and then the button bands and the cuffs and stuff are done on a 4mm, which is US 6.
Yep. Easy knit?
Easy knit.
Is it a raglan?
Yep, it's raglan. So it's all one piece. There's no seaming or anything like that. You just knit the whole thing, put the sleeves on stitch holders, and come back and knit them.
And then pick up and do the...
And pick up just all the way around and do the button band.
That must have been long.
It wasn't
She
as
likes doing those.
No.
Every sweater you do that.
I normally actually knit them separately and then sew them on. Because I'm
Easy
weird.
person.
And yeah, blocking fixes everything because I really wasn't liking this.
Will block right out?
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't liking it because the yarn was previously used and it was all crinkly and I couldn't, the stitches weren't even and it just looked icky, and then I ironed it this morning and it works perfectly.
Steam ironed it?
Steam iron. People say like put towels on it and spray. No. Ironing board, sweater, iron.
If you've got the steam, you're fine.
Wouldn't do that if you're knitting an acrylic, but we
No.
don't, so.
No. This is pure wool, so I'm fine with it. Wool, silk, any of the natural fibers, I will take an iron to it. I also have a really good steam iron, so that probably plays into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I ironed it this morning, and the great thing about that is you steam it and then you iron it, and the heat from the iron will actually dry the steam by the time you go to put the iron back down to move the sweater. So I blocked a sweater in under 10 minutes. It was great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. So I have 2 squares. And
Did
these
you just have a malfunction?
This is the
Maybe.
barn raising square for the blanket that is in a book called Knit Along, and there's a really long title, by Shelley Mackey and Larissa Brown. So basically you cast on a number of stitches, join in the round, and then
Go to town.
So that is out of my yarn that is called Cantrix, and I use that in my color affection. Then I have a second one,
Yay.
which is stripey.
She finished that one last night.
Yeah, this is out of my Game of Thrones colorway, which was a one-of-a-kind from Cherie, who is Kirby Werby Yarns. And yeah, I finished it. So,
It was
and
my pick.
I still have a lot left too. Yeah, and I still have this much left.
That's probably enough to do another square, isn't it?
Probably.
Maybe. Yep.
So yeah,
If not, you just add something else at the end and it just looks like another stripe.
yeah, and this is knit on 2.75 millimeters, which is a US 2. And that's all I have.
I got snow foes.
So, works in progress? I'll go first. Works in progress. Sock has a heel.
Which she did not want to work on last night.
No, I did not. It's ribbing. 2x2. Ugh, kill me now. But a couple more inches will be done. So, greens, blues, gray. It's lollipop yarn.
It's really pretty.
And it is, I love how she makes her balls.
Yeah.
It's one of those. So squishy. And it is the basic rib sock pattern by Kate Aderly. And the heel that I do is not the one in the pattern. I use the heel from
Socks on a plate.
Socks on a Plane, which is Laura Linneman's pattern. I like that heel. And it is knit on 2.75 millimeters, which is US 2. And this color is Urban Myth. It's like
It's really pretty.
so
I need to
squishy.
get my hands on some of her yarn.
Somebody was
Somebody's
destashing
destashing
some
some.
the other day. 2 balls on the lollipop yarn group.
Really?
One of them was red and
Sorry.
green. It was really pretty.
Losing. Work in
But as
progress.
Sue and I are still kind of broke from riding back.
The other thing I'm knitting, and I will have some viewers that will be very pleased to see this, because when we showed
I'm very pleased to see it.
when I showed Ashley's knit crocheted up scarf, somebody thought it was the sweater. So, out of the woodwork is
Yay.
the Guston sweater by Ann Budd, and it's a Henley. And let's see. if
See, I never
can-
knew what a Henley was
A
until
Henley
you
is
showed
this.
me just now. Yeah.
That's a Henley.
Well,
And
show everybody
so-
else, woman.
I am. Second. It's kind of hard to hold up.
Yes.
So both fronts are done. The stitch marker, where is it? Here is where I was when I started, so I did almost the whole left front. And a Henley is when you have the one flap and it kind of goes over. So yeah, I think it's gonna be too big for him. I won't stretch it when I block it.
You'll have to fatten him up a little. That's
So
all.
I'm gonna get him to try it on, fatten him up a little bit. I'll get him to try it on.
Yes.
But this is knit out of SMC Northern Wool with tweeds, and I got this from Webb's, and you can't.
Nope.
You can probably see it better than we can.
Nope.
Did I
Too bright.
do it again?
And it is knit on 4.5 millimeter, which is a US 7, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's being carried around in my bag from Darlene.
I brought mine too.
Yep.
Yarr.
Which is Bags by Awesome Granny. If you don't know, go check out because you can get a big bag like this with a smaller bag. She makes sense.
Yes.
And
I, oddly enough, do not actually have my Awesome Granny bag with me.
I do. Yeah.
What?
I even
Yeah.
have my little one.
I have a sock in the little one, and the remnants of my sweater in the big one.
I actually have my
Over by
stuff
my
in my
knitting
little
chair.
one now, my tape measures and stuff, and that's in the little one.
well, yeah. So that's all I have on the needles.
Carrie?
Oh, goody. I'm at the end of a row. Perfect. I'm knitting another sweater.
Really? Are we surprised?
You shouldn't be.
Now, are you knitting this for Nanny Swimo?
No, because I worked it out and there aren't actually enough stitches in this sweater.
Okay. Then how can there be enough stitches in a child's sweater?
It's not a child sweater, it's a men's medium.
Oh, okay.
It's also not knit out of worsted on US 8 needles.
Yes, it is.
Nor is it a crop sweater with short sleeves.
I hate to tell you, but mine is worsted on size 8 needles.
Yes, but it is also not a crop sweater with short
Nope.
sleeves. This
Okay.
is.
Gotcha.
It's going to be a really long sweater because my son is tall.
Yeah, I am doing this is well, it doesn't really matter. This is the Myrna, I think
Myrna.
it's Myrna pattern, and it's by Andy Satterland. I really like it.
It's cute.
It's cute. It's a plain sweater with just a little bit of detailing along the sleeves and whatnot. And I'm knitting it, as you can see, out of variegated yarn.
Is that a paid for pattern?
Yes, this is a paid for pattern. This is Miss Bab's Yowza, her What a Skein, so, which is why it's a cropped sweater, because I only have 2 balls of this, and 1,000 yards is not enough to make Carrie a sweater.
I thought you had 3.
No, I only have 2. If I had 3, I wouldn't have.
Because you had something in mind when you picked it up.
Exactly.
And that changed.
And that changed because for some unknown reason I had a brain fart, and for the longest time I thought this was actually not worsted. I thought it was fingering. Really big brain fart.
It's really
worsted.
big finger.
That too. Yeah, I have no idea where the thought came from, but I was convinced it was fingerling. So it was
Fingerling?
Fingering.
So
Fingering.
it's potatoes now. Pick on Carrie Day.
But Carrie can't talk. So this is the color is Smurf and Turf.
Which is awesome.
That is awesome.
I love Miss Bab's colorway names.
Yeah, because the one I have is
Biker Chick.
Yeah, but this is Smurf and Turf, which
And
is
honestly, it could have been any color. She was buying it for the name.
yeah.
It was just a bonus that it was a color she liked.
And it had orange in it.
It did.
And this is also a top down. This is not a raglan though. This is a top down seamless sweater. Well, somewhat. Yeah, it's seamless because you're picking up stitches. You're not
Okay.
seaming them together. So you knit the back. The back is supposed to actually have a keyhole in it, but as I never show my back,
What?
the key.
You know, like that shirt I have that has the thing in the front that closes at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a keyhole.
Okay.
It refers to like the old style keys where it was actually a hole.
Right.
That's what it refers to.
Okay.
So it is supposed to have a keyhole in the back. As you notice, I don't have one. That's because I never show my back ever, under any circumstances. So,
She has a thing with her back.
yep, no keyhole in mine. I just figured out
It's
how
a
many
preference.
rows and knit over it. But yeah, I did all of this last night, and it's a quick knit, or at least it will be a quick knit.
Yeah. You just about poked me in the face.
Again.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Kari.
And I have that in my box bag from Zigzag Stitches, which I bought a couple of years ago. And then the other thing I have is...
That's the one with the super pointy sticks.
Yes.
Yeah, I put my hand in and I'm like,
Sue
ow!
reaches into my bag, goes, ow! I'm like, yeah, the socks.
Super pointy sticks.
With signatures. This is...
I love that color.
Oh, so do I. This is Pandora's Aquarium. We had a knit along
Yes.
with Knitty in Color
It was
year
about
or
a year
so
ago.
and this was one of the colorways that was part of the knit along. Only I got mine on her sparkle base
Because,
because it's me and I have
We have an in.
we know Sarah.
Hi,
Well,
Sarah.
that, and she
Apparently
had it
she
up
was
on
at
her.
Rhinebeck.
Yeah, I saw that she was, but
Yeah.
she wasn't bending.
No, but she ended up having a trunk show, and yeah, I wish I
We're
would've
sorry,
known that.
Sarah. We didn't know.
Yep.
Boo. Yeah, 'cause she's at SAF too. She was.
Yeah.
She was at SAF.
Mm-hmm. So anyway,
So-
sorry. Hi, Sarah.
I'm knitting socks, and as you can see, there's a slight pattern to them. I got bored, so I'm making up a pattern.
Cool. Let me see. Ooh. That is really nice.
Thank you. So yeah,
We'll
if anyone
talk-
wants to
we'll,
test
we'll
knit,
talk later. Test knit?
yes. Apparently, I've got one test knitter.
Two.
Or two. So yeah, if anyone wants to test knit, PM me.
She may write up the pattern before the end of the year.
Yes. And if I have people who want to test knit, I'll probably be quicker at it.
Yes, because you get to poke the Kari when you test knit.
Yes.
Virtually.
Really? Oh.
Virtually.
Oh.
That's why I threw that in there.
Well,
She's holding signatures. Please do not poke her.
yes, especially considering I'm holding signatures in my flapping hand, which is
The
right
last
next to
time
Sue.
that I poked her while she was holding signatures, she almost required stitches.
I have a scar in my leg.
Let's not go there.
We had to pause the podcast, I remember. Anyhow,
Actually, I don't think I poked you that time. I don't think I actually touched you.
No, but I ended up bending over and
Yes, it was bad.
I guess this is
She had to wedge
Yeah.
the needle out of her leg.
there was blood, it
Who
was
made
bad. Me. This is one of mine.
okay. You still have fabric of mine.
I know.
Yeah, anyway, sorry, off topic.
As usual.
This is nothing new.
I'm knitting a sock. Look, it has a heel.
She's
I've
like,
made progress.
last night at knit night, I'm not leaving until I get
I was
decreases
not leaving
done.
until the gusset was finished because I was so fed up with the damn decreases. But this is a basic 3x2 ribbed sock for Rob. It's based on Stephanie Pearl McPhee's A Good Plain Sock Recipe from Knitting Rules. I'm still doing boring old flap heels because I can't figure out how to do this stupid.
Actually,
I did a short row heel and I ended up ripping it out like 6 times because I was fed up with it.
for Rob, the
so-
flap heel's probably better.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I wanted to learn how to do a slip stitch heel.
Well, we'll
But
Do
anyway,
the socks on a plain one.
yeah, I could
How
just
many
do that
stitches
pattern.
are on your needle?
Well, on this one, 80.
also,
So
if
40
you
for
want
the
to
heel.
test
But
it,
Yeah.
the other one, it won't have a flap.
Okay. So anyway, I
I'm
will
also doing
eventually
it as-
learn how to do a short row heel, but
Yeah.
not today.
I'm also doing the pattern as both toe up and top down because, quite frankly, it's not that hard to flip them around for me. So it'll.
So
help out.
anyway, this is shush. My turn.
Alrighty then.
But I'm excited. This is the first new pattern I've actually had in like a year.
Shush. It's Rob's first socks in about a year. Actually, I think I made this one a little bit longer than I made the last one, but I'm sure he'll love it anyway because he actually thought the other ones were a little too short. It is out of Spud and Chloe Fine in teal. It doesn't look teal on the screen. It looks blue, but trust me, it's teal.
Oh no, it looks.
Yeah,
It
there's
looks
no
tealish.
green there. Anyway, on 2.5 millimeter, which is a US 1.5.
Yes.
So I am about halfway down the foot, so I should be able to finish it soon.
That's sock number 1?
That is sock number 1, and it's in my Jenny, what's her name? Java Jenny.
Kitchen Counter Crafter.
Yeah, that.
You have a tag.
Kitchen Counter, I know, shush. And she is etsy.com/shop/Java Jenny. So, and she has a group on Friends of the Kitchen Counter Crafter on Ravelry. So this is my pumpkin bag that I got from her. And the other thing I'm working on still, and I just tossed my working needle. It's in there somewhere. Is the flax sweater, which is upside down because, well, it's knit top down.
Which was where when we were on the podcast last week?
I had done this. I had done the neck cuff.
Ribbing.
Neck ribbing, yes. So I had done this much. And I was ready to do the increases, but I didn't have the pattern with me and I didn't want to get confused counting. So I waited until I got home, which means I have done all of this since then. And it is now 10.5 inches and it is ready for me to split off the heels. And
Heels?
what is...
Heels? Your sweater has heels?
Yes, it does!
Sleeves, people. She meant sleeves.
No, I didn't.
You got people yelling at the screen right now.
I know, but I've got her to squeak without even touching her. Anyway, the fun thing about
Stop
Tintin
drinking.
Trying not to snort, Babsy, okay?
and my goal is to make you do so. Seems we're at an impasse.
She's got it in her left hand. Please do not. What happened to you? Oh, Kari and the Pepsi. Goddamn Lynn.
So anyway,
Ow. That actually hurt.
the fun thing about this pattern is that this swath here is all garter stitch, and it goes down the shoulders and all the way down the arms and down the body on the sides, and the rest is all stockinette. So it's actually I'm actually really enjoying knitting it, even though it's miles and miles and miles of stockinette.
Knitting
Because shut up. We're all having a bad day today. I'm loving it because while it is miles and miles of stockinette, there's this little bit of garter to keep you paying attention. So it's not quite as boring as I would have thought it would be.
And what does the boy think?
The boy has not tried it on yet. He's thrilled he's getting a sweater. Sky is still wearing the last sweater I knit him that didn't fit him by the time I was finished. So, but anyway, yes, I've got the shoulders done, and I'm about down to here now. So now I get to split off the sleeves for and you continue knitting the body, which is probably going to be the boring bit because he's tall.
Well, yeah, and you want to make it long, right? Because boys like things.
And that's in my booty bag. I'm just calling it the booty bag now because it's pirates. Yarn.
Yarn.
And that's all I'm working on.
Okay.
I did spin, but it's boring. It's still Millie, so it's all white.
Okay.
It occurs to me that I am not working on a single thing that I was working on last week, even though most of it is not finished.
Well, this is my... How do you say that again?
Nanny Swimo.
Yeah, it's my November sweater that I have to finish by the end of the month. and
Knit
it
a
has to
sweater
have-
in a month.
But it has to have a minimum of 50,000 stitches, and I'm already at 10,000 on this one. Well, like 12,000. So I don't think I'm gonna have a problem because it's only like up to here right now. It's got all this to go, and the sleeves, so I think I'll be okay. But yeah, Elizabeth was the one who got into this. She does it every year, and I wanted to participate this year because what the hell? Sure, I can knit a sweater in a month. Never mind that the last one took me 1.5 years. Shh. So I have to finish that by the end of November, and I have to finish the socks by hopefully December 31st. And I know Rob doesn't watch the podcast, so I can say that his birthday present is the socks and a shirt the same color. So I have to go out and find him a shirt the same color.
Okay. That's cool. All right. So, do you want to do the book review first?
Did you do... Oh, yes, you did. Wow.
The what now?
Okay. He's okay.
And the who? The what?
Apparently my caffeine has not kicked in yet. I've already had an extra large coffee and I'm
Either
working on
that or the
Pepsi.
sugar you had in the kitchen offset it.
And yeah, I stopped at Starbucks on the way by because they're convenient, unfortunately, and I can't have Timmy's anymore because they don't have soy milk. And I might have had a piece of gingerbread loaf and
Might have.
along with a chocolate
I was gonna say, but
caramel
I saw you-
muffin.
I was
It was
gonna say,
chocolate.
I saw chocolate.
There was also a chocolate caramel
Oops,
muffin.
wrong. You know.
And
All right.
that happens to be all I've had today, along with some kind of sugary drink, because I don't actually like Starbucks coffee.
Before we do the book review, because I'll probably forget if we do it after, what is the thing on the board that we had to mention?
I have it.
That finished. Oh,
I
good.
have it here.
Yay!
It's all good.
Is it what I think it is?
Red
Yes,
wine?
that.
All right, so
Book review.
book review. We got a copy of Doomsday Knits from Cooperative Press, and we're going to. You want to show the cover? Hopefully they can see it. Oh yeah.
It shows up pretty good.
It shows up, well, relatively good.
So this book is by Alex Tinsley, and there are quite a few patterns. Oh, there's like 2 pages.
Yes.
We're popping through it this morning, going ooh.
And this is one of those books that came out a couple of years ago. It came out, when did it come out? When was this one out? Last year, actually,
Yeah, I was
2013.
going to say 13. Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw it when it first came out, and I kind of flipped through it on Ravelry.
And
I'm
I
like,
did I did the same thing. I was like, meh.
Yeah, and I was flipping through my patterns a couple of weeks ago now, because I still hadn't looked at the book. I was still kind of meh about it, and I found a scarf pattern that I'd wanted to knit, and was looking to see if I had wool for it. And then I went to see how much the pattern was. Turns out the pattern's out of this book, so I'm like, let's pull this out. I pulled it, and I really love the patterns in it, which.
Yeah.
I looked through it this morning, and I don't think I've found a single pattern I didn't like. There were a couple that I wouldn't knit for me because they're just not my style, but they're all awesome patterns.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's that hat. I was a teenage mutant.
Yeah. That one with the weird construction.
This one right here.
Yeah, that's the one without the decreases at the top. It's weird. It
Does
almost
work
looks
for you,
folded
or you
over,
have to-
but it is knit straight across here, and then it looks folded over underneath. It's the neatest thing.
Yeah, she's pulling it up. There it is.
Yeah. See that? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. I was trying to print things off this morning from the book, and yeah, my printer decided, big warning messages, you're out of ink! You couldn't have warned me this a week ago?
So, what weight is that knit in?
That is...
So, like I said, it's
Nope,
called
it's this way.
I Was a Teenage Mutant.
And it is out of... It's on US 7, so I think it's
That would be a worsted.
probably worsted, yeah.
Yeah. That's really nice. The one I really like is the, how do you say that? Fission?
Fission.
Fission? Fission?
Vision.
Fish. That. Okay, I'm trying to pull it up, but it's not.
Anyway, the part I like most about the book is that it has this table of contents. It has a visual table of contents.
Yes.
It's got thumbnails of all the patterns in the table of contents at the beginning of the book,
Can't see it.
which I believe that
Yep.
every knitting book should have. That should be basic for any pattern book. There was a magazine. There's a magazine that does that. Is it Knit Scene or
Knit Scene or
something
Interweave,
like that?
one of them.
No, it's-
Interweave
well,
does
I
do
don't
it.
know about Interweave. I've never bought theirs, but I know Knit Scene does it at the back of the magazine, which is awesome because the first thing I do is I flip to the last page and I look at all the patterns and then decide if I want to buy it.
So this is Fission? Fission. And I'm gonna
As
get
in
up.
nuclear fission.
Fission. Yeah, they're really, really pretty mitts.
Oh, whoops! There we go. So those are really, really nice, and it auto-focused.
Sweet.
Sweet. Yeah. I
And
really
the
like
patterns
those.
are all well written, well designed,
Lots of charts, big charts.
nice big charts on them.
Yep.
And this one does come in both ebook and
Hard copy.
hard copy.
What else?
There we go. I think I'm good. I liked all
Oh,
the
this
shawls.
you liked this vest, right?
Yes.
Yes,
It's
not
a
actually
sweater.
vested,
It's a sweater. Sorry, it makes
It's
it
a
look like.
cardigan, but it looks like it has a vest on top, and it's actually built into the sweater. It's awesome.
Sorry, I'm really having a hard time here.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's because of our lighting and the fact that the screens are reflective.
Yeah.
I need to get the coating for mine so it will actually show up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
There's
never
a
thought of
screen
that.
cover you can get,
Yeah.
but they're expensive.
I have one on my iPhone now.
okay.
But anyway, every pattern in here was
That-
just gorgeous.
What else?
I like all of them.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
I'm just
There's
trying
a
to-
bunch of them in here that
I love
So-
the baby blanket. The baby blanket was awesome.
Some really cool socks. And my screen just, I don't know what it did. Really cool socks, which are called. Where's the name?
and this is actually the you can't see it. That was
No.
what I was trying to print off this morning that didn't work. It's the Lunar Progression, and it's kind of a scarf / shawl. It's another really long
It's
one.
a very, very wide scarf.
It's a wide scarf, really long, and it has buttons on both ends that you can actually set, so it's where in the lunar cycle it is, what month, all of that good
It's
stuff.
pretty nifty.
It's
I
pretty
would,
nifty.
for me, I would knit it without the buttons because I don't like buttons, but it is really pretty with
Yeah,
the
the-
buttons.
Yeah.
The socks I just showed are called Long Road Ahead, but they're by Catherine Vaughn. So there's more than just.
Yes, I think Alex was the editor on it.
Okay,
or
I don't know.
He had done.
I think he compiled, the Alex person compiled the patterns. There's not a whole heck of a lot of text outside of the patterns because it's a pattern book. It's not a how to knit
It's
book. It's not, we're going to
picture
talk
pattern,
about doomsday
picture
stuff.
pattern.
It's picture, pattern, picture, pattern, picture, pattern all through the book.
Yeah.
Like
And it's
these.
really, really neat. Yeah, I really like those.
They've got grommets
Holy crap, look at the snow.
in them.
I'm so excited. You should see outside right now.
I'm so not excited.
I only get like this with the first snow of the year, but it's
Oh,
really
and then there's
snowing.
These mitts, which are, what are they called?
Circuit.
So they look like circuits. Oh,
They're-
it's actually showing.
Yes,
They're reminiscent of Tron.
they look like Tron socks. That was the first thing I said when
Yeah,
I saw
like
them. I'm like,
beautiful
Tron
patterns.
socks. But yeah, there's some really, 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 really nice patterns in this book. And honestly, there's something for pretty much every style.
Yep, there really is.
Highly, highly recommended. And the photography is amazing.
Yes, the styling and the photography on it is really fun.
And the patterns are very well written and easy to follow along. And
There is something for just about everybody
Yeah.
in this book, is what I think.
And it's definitely, like I said earlier, it was one of those surprises because I was really surprised I liked it. And I do. And it's really well
honestly,
written and-
really worth picking up. Even if you don't see anything you immediately like, trust me, they will grow on you, like kind of like fungus.
Yep, they will. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how
I was gonna say
many.
she's concentrating too hard. She missed the fungus.
I heard that. I'm just trying to figure out how many patterns
She's
there
like,
are in
I'm
there.
just
So that's
ignoring
like-
you.
I think it's 32.
That's 16 and 16. Yeah, so there's 32 patterns. And yeah, you really need to check it out. So thank you to our contact at Cooperative Press. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
And I was wondering, would you like to do a giveaway for this one?
Sure.
Okay, because we can give a book away and we hadn't chosen one yet. So if you would like a copy, a PDF copy of this book, we will open a thread in the group. And what should the prompt be? I know. What is your worst doomsday fear?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's a good one. What is your worst doomsday fear?
And it can be anything from like real to the zombie apocalypse.
Walking Dead-ish.
Who says the zombie apocalypse isn't real?
Point. I can think of a few zombies I know myself, but that's specific. So,
Yeah. now.
Nice.
Not time to start talking about our coworkers.
actually, it's not my coworkers this time.
My coworkers are awesome. It helps that I only have 3 of them.
All right, so I've written that down.
Yes.
The other things we have
And
to...
we'll do it in what, 2 weeks?
I'm not
Yeah.
here. I'm not here in 2 weeks, but how
3
come?
weeks, because neither of you
No.
are here in 2 weeks.
It's American Thanksgiving in 2 weeks.
No, that's in
No, it's in 3 weeks. She's right.
So 2
It's
weeks.
3 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks it is.
It's the last weekend, and it's like the 26th of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The other
she's
things we
right.
have going on is coupon codes in the group. There are 3 of them. One of them is by Stephanie, who is Handmade by Stephanie on Etsy, and there is a 10% coupon code. The other one is by Awesome Granny. It's an ongoing coupon code for 10% off. The link is in the thread in the group. And what's the third one? Oh, Yarn Mugger. She makes stitch markers, and I think hers expires next week. But anyways, everything is in a separate
thread.
None of us can talk
Separate
today.
thread in our Ravelry group, which if you're not a member, please come and join because
Yes.
every time we hit another 100, we do giveaways.
And all of the draws, you have to be a member.
Yeah, no guests in groups because you don't win. And another thing we forgot to mention a week ago or 2 weeks ago is the Red Barn Yarn contest is still going on.
Yes, and
It ends on the
soon.
14th.
Yeah, so it ends on Thursday.
Yeah, so go check out the thread in our
Thursday or
group.
Friday?
All the explanation is there.
The 11th is
Friday.
a Tuesday.
Friday. Yes.
So
So
Friday.
you can win yarn and a subscription to Love Knitting magazine, and you can request a skein of yarn if they still have some left. But everything is in the thread in the Ravelry group.
And you gotta do it before midnight next Friday.
Yes. And
Is it midnight Eastern Standard or Pacific?
I think it's Eastern. I think.
It's probably Eastern, so go with midnight Eastern.
Why do you ask these questions?
Because it matters!
Greenwich Mean Time.
Can I continue?
Yes, you may.
All job postings are done on
Emily,
Pacific.
Amelia, help me! Help me!
Oh, you love
Take
us.
me away, Galgon.
I did take you away. I even brought you back.
Yeah. The other thing that's going on is the Nanny Swimo, which is National Knit a Sweater in a Month. So
Yes.
if you're doing that, cool.
It's a play on NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month.
50,000 words in a month.
Yeah, which I have done. I did it for like 10 years. I have a couple of books written, which I really need to get around to
waiting
publishing.
for one. Didn't you have a mystery that you wrote? Was it a mystery or was it a...
It's kind of an urban fantasy / romance novel.
Okay.
I have a copy of the one Tigger Fairy wrote one year. Because she published it.
Yes.
Cool. Other things, I wanted to mention a few podcasts that I've been watching lately, and number one is Juliana's Fiber.
Yes!
She's local to us. She has an Etsy shop. She is amazing.
And now she has a podcast. She's up to her 8th episode, unless she records one while we're doing this, in which case she's
Yes.
up to number 9.
So go check out Juliana because she is a jack of all trades.
She is.
She
Is
knits.
Juliana Piglet on Reddit?
Yes, Juliana Piglet.
Piglet and Juliana Puccini on Instagram.
Yes. So if you haven't checked her out, do so. I will put a link in the show notes. Another one that I like is Little Bobbins Knits. She's in the UK. She is so cute. She just started, and I kind of made her start a barn raising square blanket.
Because you're not a bad influence at
Not
all.
at all. Another Canadian one from BC is Snappy Stitches with Chrissy. She has a cute little baby. He's so cute.
Hey, babies.
Yeah, I think he's like 7 or 8 months old.
Okay, now I have to go watch that one.
Yeah, so it's Snappy Stitches. She's actually really good. She's got, I think, about 70 episodes
Good
up.
God, woman! Took us 2 years to do that.
Yep. Knitted Paradise, which is with Lucia, and we met her at Stitches Midwest. She was the one wearing the cool clavicle cover with the red hair.
Okay.
You'd know her if you saw her.
No, I wouldn't. Sorry.
Oh.
Nothing personal. I have how do you pronounce that? Prosopagnosia? Something like that? Anyways, I don't recognize faces. Don't feel offended if I don't recognize you, even if we met a dozen times, because I will not know who you are.
And I don't remember names.
I do.
I will occasionally go, I know you from somewhere. I have no idea what your name is.
If you have some super distinguishing feature, I may remember you the next time, but
I think you might if I showed you a picture. It's the red hair. Anyways. But the one thing she does is she's a Lego fanatic. And so she has shown some of her, like,
oh, awesome!
huge pieces.
I love Lego.
It's really, really cool. Yeah.
I love Lego, and I'm dating an engineer, so we're all about the Lego.
And the last one is called In a Snit with Chris and Sarah. I met both of them at Stitches Midwest.
Okay.
And I've been watching them for a while. So those are just a
She
few.
goes around saying hello to everybody, and I just kind of stand in a corner
When
until
we
somebody
came up
wants
the
to say hi.
escalator, there was a lady that waved and said hi.
Okay,
That was Sarah.
okay, I remember her. 'cause
That was
she,
Sarah.
She waved at us when we got off the escalator.
So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It's kind of cool. And I have stash from last week that I forgot to show.
Yes, you did.
It is a new dyer, and I did a Kickstarter backing for her. And it's Courtney. I don't remember her last name, but she has a podcast called The Fearless Knitter, who she has a baby named Cheyenne, who is the cutest.
Yeah, I love babies.
She makes many appearances. Co-host, I think. But she wanted to start dyeing yarn, and so she did a Kickstarter, and she went above and beyond her goals. It was amazing. It's called Color Me Happy. I don't know if you're gonna see.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Almost. Color Me Happy. So it's this. I got a skein of yarn, and I got some stitch markers, which I'm not sure you're going to be able to see.
They're super cute.
They're super cute. They're like
Mushrooms. They're Mario mushroom. They're not, but that's kind of what they remind me.
So it's a really, is this a tealy green?
Yes.
Okay. And so it's Color Me Happy, and
You can see nowhere near teal.
no,
Right.
it's on her Really Happy sock, finger and weight, which is a 75 BFL 25 nylon, 464 yards. The color is called First Timer.
It's really, really nice color. And, well, hey, she played to Sue's desires, and it's green.
And if it goes down the top, it's worthy.
I will go in and get it.
I know.
I see this is what
So-
she's hoping for, I think.
I think that's it. So,
Who's likely to win a poking war?
we're done now.
I'm not ticklish.
Happy knitting, happy everything crafting. We'll see you next week. Bye.